Big news is spreading fast across the United States, and it's something every senior needs to pay close attention to right now. Reports and discussions are circulating about a possible $5,000 SSA-related payment coming in July 2026. And while many people are already talking about it online, very few actually understand what it means, who could qualify, and whether this amount is real, partial, or based on maximum benefit scenarios. That's exactly why this video is so important. Because today, we are going to break it all down in a simple, clear, and honest way, so you don't get confused by rumors or misleading headlines. When it comes to retirement income, even a small change in benefits from the Social Security Administration can have a huge impact on the daily life of seniors. We are talking about rent, groceries, medical bills, and basic survival costs that continue to rise every single year. So when people hear a number like $5,000, it instantly grabs attention. But the real question is, who actually qualifies for anything close to this amount, and under what conditions could it happen? In today's video, we will explore how Social Security payments are calculated, what factors could potentially push some beneficiaries toward higher monthly totals, and why certain high figures you see online may only apply to a very small group of retirees with maximum lifetime earnings, delayed retirement credits, and specific eligibility conditions. Many seniors are surprised to learn that Social Security is not a flat payment system, but a highly personalized calculation based on work history, age of retirement, and contribution records over decades. We will also look at how July 2026 fits into the broader discussion of cost of living adjustments, inflation updates, and potential policy changes that could influence benefit amounts. But more importantly, we will separate fact from speculation so you can clearly understand what is realistic and what is just viral misinformation designed to get attention. Because the truth is simple, not every headline reflects what most seniors will actually receive, and making financial decisions based on incomplete or misleading information can lead to serious confusion or unrealistic expectations. So stay with us until the end of this video, because what we reveal could completely change how you look at your retirement benefits and help you understand where you truly stand. And before we dive deeper, if you want to stay updated on real Social Security changes, payment updates, and senior benefit news for 2026, make sure to like this video right now. It helps support the channel and ensures you don't miss important updates that could affect your financial future. Now let's go deeper into what's really behind this so-called $5,000 SSA payment that people are talking about for July 2026, because the first thing you need to understand is this. Whenever a number like this goes viral, it is almost never a simple, universal payment that every senior will receive. Instead, it usually comes from a mix of maximum benefit calculations, policy discussions, inflation projections, and online speculation that gets amplified until it sounds like a confirmed nationwide payout. So before anything else, we need to slow down and separate emotion from reality. Because when you hear something like $5,000 confirmed, it naturally creates excitement, confusion, and even false hope. And in retirement planning, confusion can be dangerous, especially when it involves your monthly income and long-term financial stability. The Social Security Administration is the central system responsible for managing retirement, disability, and survivor benefits in the United States. Every month, it sends payments to tens of millions of Americans, and those payments are not random. They are carefully calculated based on a person's lifetime earnings, the age at which they begin claiming benefits, and specific formulas that are adjusted over time. This is why two people who both worked their whole lives can still receive completely different monthly amounts. Now, when people see a figure like $5,000 being mentioned, what they are often actually seeing is not an official new base payment. Instead, it is usually tied to the maximum possible benefit scenario under very specific conditions. For example, someone who earned a consistently high income over 35 years, paid maximum Social Security taxes, and delayed claiming benefits until age 70 can receive significantly higher monthly payments than the average retiree. In rare cases, when you combine delayed retirement credits and inflation adjustments, you can reach very high monthly amounts. But the key word here is rare, because only a small percentage of beneficiaries ever qualify for the absolute maximum. What makes July 2026 such a trending topic is the combination of speculation around cost of living adjustments and the ongoing concern about inflation. Over the past few years, seniors have seen prices for housing, healthcare, and basic necessities rise faster than expected, and that has increased attention on whether Social Security benefits will be adjusted aggressively enough to keep up. So when people hear numbers like $5,000, it often gets linked incorrectly to future inflation increases or potential government reforms. But here is where clarity becomes extremely important. Social Security does not randomly increase payments to a fixed new national amount without legislation or structured formula changes. Any increase typically comes through what is called a cost of living adjustment, often referred to as COLA. This adjustment is based on inflation data and is designed to maintain purchasing power, not suddenly multiply monthly benefits. So while benefits can and do increase, they do so gradually and within a controlled framework. Now let's talk about why some individuals online are connecting July 2026 specifically with this number. In many cases, these claims stem from misunderstandings of projections. Financial analysts sometimes estimate what maximum benefits could look like in future years if inflation continues and wages rise over time. These projections are often misinterpreted as guaranteed payments rather than theoretical estimates. And once those numbers enter social media discussions, they tend to spread quickly without context. Another important piece of the puzzle is retirement age. Many people do not realize how strongly timing affects Social Security payments. If a person claims benefits at the earliest eligibility age, their monthly payment is reduced permanently. If they wait until full retirement age, they receive their standard calculated benefit. But if they delay until age 70, they receive delayed retirement credits, which can significantly increase their monthly income. This is one of the key reasons why some individuals reach much higher payment levels than others. So when someone hears about a $5,000 monthly payment, it is often indirectly referencing those who maximize their benefit potential over time, not a new universal payment structure. This distinction is extremely important because misunderstanding it can lead to unrealistic expectations about retirement income. Another factor that must be considered is work history. Social Security calculations are based on your highest 35 years of earnings. If someone worked fewer than 35 years or had lower income years included in their calculation, their average benefit will be lower. On the other hand, individuals who consistently earned high wages throughout their career naturally build a stronger benefit base. This is why there is such a wide range in monthly payments across different retirees. Now, let's address the emotional side of this discussion, because it matters just as much as the technical side. Many seniors today are feeling financial pressure. Housing costs have increased, healthcare expenses continue to rise, and everyday essentials are more expensive than they were just a few years ago. So when a headline suggests a large payment increase, it is natural for people to feel hopeful. That emotional reaction is completely understandable. But it is also exactly why misinformation spreads so quickly in the retirement space. People are not just looking for numbers, they are looking for security. They want to know if they will be okay in the coming years, whether their savings will last, and whether their monthly income will keep up with reality. And because of that, any claim involving large SSA payments gets amplified far beyond its actual meaning. Now, there is another critical point we need to discuss, and that is how Social Security updates are actually communicated. When real changes happen, they are not announced through viral posts or speculation. They are formally released through official government channels, policy updates, and structured announcements. Any legitimate increase or change in benefit structure would be clearly documented and widely reported by credible financial institutions and government agencies. So, if you ever see a claim that something is confirmed but cannot find supporting information from official sources, that is a strong sign that the information may be exaggerated or incomplete. This is especially important in 2026, where digital misinformation spreads faster than ever before. Another layer to this conversation is inflation adjustment expectations. Many analysts expect that cost of living adjustments will continue to play a major role in benefit increases. However, these adjustments are designed to stabilize purchasing power rather than dramatically increase income. So while you may see incremental increases in monthly payments, they are typically gradual and closely tied to inflation metrics, not sudden jumps to extreme figures. It is also worth mentioning that tax rules and income thresholds can influence how much of your Social Security income is effectively usable. In some cases, higher income retirees may face taxation on a portion of their benefits, which affects net income. This is another reason why headline numbers can sometimes be misleading, because the actual amount a person keeps can differ from the advertised gross benefit. Now, coming back to the idea of July 2026, what we can realistically say is this. It is a future point where standard adjustments, inflation-related updates, and routine recalculations will continue as they always do. But there is no verified structure that guarantees a universal $5,000 payment for all beneficiaries. Instead, what is far more realistic is a continuation of the existing system, with incremental changes that vary from person to person, based on eligibility, work history, and timing. And this is where your personal awareness becomes powerful, because instead of reacting to viral numbers, the smarter approach is to understand your own benefit profile. Knowing how many years you worked when you planned to or did claim benefits and how your income history looks gives you a much clearer picture of what you can actually expect. That is far more valuable than any headline figure circulating online. As we move closer to 2026, you will likely continue seeing similar claims and dramatic numbers floating around social media. Some will be based on partial truths, others on projections, and some will simply be misinformation designed to attract attention. The key is to stay grounded and always look for context behind the numbers, because at the end of the day, Social Security is not a lottery system. It is a structured retirement program built over decades of contributions and regulated by strict formulas. And while improvements and adjustments do happen, they follow a predictable and documented process. So instead of focusing on whether a single number like $5,000 is real or not, the more important question is how your personal benefits are calculated and what steps you can take to maximize them within the actual rules of the system. That is where real financial improvement happens. Not in viral headlines, but in understanding how the system truly works. And as we continue further in this video, we are going to break down exactly how seniors can check their estimated benefits, what factors have the biggest impact on monthly payments, and how to avoid the most common misunderstandings that lead people to believe in numbers that don't reflect real-world payouts.